Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink. Upstairs. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold. Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Which brings us to where we are today, several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. Yeah, exactly. Reconnect and, because it would be fun? Well, they know me as Marilyn the Surgeon. They don't know Ellie the Pirate Sawbones. But you're authentic rabble. True riffraff. When they see you, they'll get it. Come on, I didn't leave home and become a pirate because I enjoy making responsible decisions. Of course not. I mean, not unless you want to bring a feral canid or a mantis on a leash. That'd make a real impression. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some... Anything. I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is. That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it? Guess I hadn't looked at it that way. Still, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Everyone is. The board just pays the best. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here? Don't mention it, just anything. It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are... Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do... People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly. The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first. That's no way to live. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony. Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it. Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. When the birds start disappearing, you know something's afoul. No pun intended. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, What else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Anti-clown level head. Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I... There's those street smarts. Just the right amount of reference. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippa Stout. Product placement, baby. Listen, you got an agent? Some... Fresh, natural talent. I know it. Listen, you got a real special quality. Raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature. Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Not so fast. First, we gotta talk about royalties.
Let's just see where this audition goes, huh? So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
Is that supposed to be a model of a system? Not super accurate.
I once treated a lady who got her hand caught in the gears. Idiot was more worried about her rings than her fingers.
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Yep, you're looking at the Minister's newest personal guard. Right here. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all very high level. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal? Oh, he's, medium height with, like, medium colored hair and, like, a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters. Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary. Oh, I don't believe in work. Work? I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment. Do you know Celeste Jolliker? I've heard she's working on some spectacular... What? Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar.
Please allow.
Hey, you look familiar. Cheers to me! Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding?
Please allow me.
Hey, that's not every day. Wow, you got like, oh, lost. I really shouldn't. I'll have the
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's order.
Guess I can't argue. Yeah, I don't feel so good. I just need to sit down.
I've always loved that sculpture. I love Byzantium. Remember that straight...
Your best find this week. Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
Sure, they look fancy, but inside, it's just marble and existential emptiness.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent. This ultimatum brought to you by... Less funny. The minister isn't expecting... Minister Clark...
So what if all those MSI suits waited on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Laws I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing. Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a... They escaped, and before I could coax them back, even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the Really? In that case, take this collection crate. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved... Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanic... Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipe. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden... Not that I place any stock in silly... To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. Therefore, my Oh, very well. It's true. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plot... Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on. So you see, it's imperative that... Not just names. There's Lord Reginald Kim III. Late... I still am. After all, I'm a but I must say, I'm far...
Nothing exciting ever happens around here. Hold it right there. What do you think? I don't have time for this. Move along.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. We do, in fact, have a parcel. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service. Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give... You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, a positive review from the minister would go a long way. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, comma, Minister. Law speed.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
Oh, there. That's one right there.
There's nothing to see here. Yeah? All right.
How did you get in here? You're not one.
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain!
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. Drugs, of course. What else? I don't have any drugs. You should...
I don't know if our chemicals are here.
Oh dear, I don't think I can... Of course, of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the... You are a quick study. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my...
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell... How should I know? I've been under house arrest for... But there is a way to find out. And perhaps, whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's...
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved?
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of dissident hunt. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony, allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government but only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded check. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the... When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer. There are a few advantages to deal... Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate, but they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no... Perhaps there is hope. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of... Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is... And here you... Admittedly. Now if only you could grace... Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your... I earned my place here, just like everyone else. Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked... It was a... Let's see. He picked the colors they included in and you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He was a true... I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. You're welcome. Now, what's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system. But now we are overrun with the unworthy. The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest to most inefficient. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees... Oh, by the law. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen, what is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous... Fantastic. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via... Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means For favors like this, you need...
The Acropolis district is off.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about? Sure. Let me just take that off your... Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue.
I never could have handled the desk job. You ever get the urge to just hawk one on the floor?
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board.
Can't be too
Today's
careful.
greeting is brought to you by Anti-Cleo, a subsidiary of Wholeway Pharmaceuticals.
But couldn't they concentrate the security outside the building so we can get some work done?
Why are you so bothered? I hear Minister Clark. Always plenty of filing to be done.
State your business. Move along. A UDL security attendant is always prepared. Please step away. This... Huh. I didn't realize we were... I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32. I'm not authorized to employ... Now, let's see. I was going to suggest that... Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for... Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and...
Apologies for the wait. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. Oh, you were being serious. Will there be...
Excuse me,
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown till you travel with a visitor.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former... What? Oh dear. Thank you for...
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman?
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to...
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman...
Worth a try. You...
Like I said, I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances.
Here they come!
I'll sue every technician and employee.
Trespassers. Reminder, please pay your unexpected.
They got the drop on us. There goes nothing! I was hoping we could bring him home. You'd let me have a giant sprat, right, Captain? As long as I fed it?
Any luck finding my... Truly? And all safe and sound. Please, take this. Now, I've got to get...
Oh, for the good old days when you could simply ask. Out with it, you wretched contraption!
What's gotten into Bachmeier?
I've always loved this.
You, with the hips. Don't speak. The way you rest your weight against... Celeste. I'm Celeste. I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I'm working on a new line of clothing that... When I look at you, I see making an outfit worthy of you. Marvelous! You and I... What I need is a survey of the... My dear, fashion is... I'll need you to model for me the following. The apparel of an... And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn. You have the bearing and demeanor... I expect you'll cut an exquisite figure. If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a... I don't know, I've never seen a marauder. Not in person. Byzantium. I've heard rumors of... You'll have to find your own way into Monarch. Fabulous!
You don't gotta be so forward about...
Let me get a good look at you. My word. Such...
I am...
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Love? That's the ultimate luxury, darling.
I don't get why that's fun.
Oh, my cherub. All right, Captain. Darling, I read her measurements. There are some things I simply... Now stand back. Back! And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening.
What? Oh, no, ma'am.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are... I can't... What can I do? I can't... What... If... Outside Byzantium? Of course. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable. You're very...
Something...
Oh, can you believe this out? My, guess that's everything then. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't... Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. Oh, this is real scary.
Something on your mind?
I love Byzantium.
BNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
I love Byzantium.
BNP Bourse Pocket. guaranteed Borsted baked beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted baked beans is the only one. Anti-cryospatial mass
Down there,
increase.
a new ship.
Leaves you feeling fresh.
Doesn't
and
look like any
tingling.
of the corporate
Do not
things.
operate heavy machinery for 2 hours after.
That's the last of them. Finally. Is it just me, or...
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's Deluxe False Gold Collection.
Elevator go back up? Processing data. Unexpected new identified system alert. Searching for error. Processing data. Unexpected.
Okay.
I'll sue every technician and...
Oh, I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose? Brilliant! To take the most burdensome member. Why, I had no reason. Just as any professional should be, even if... Now then, to the... Of course, as we agreed. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me,
There's my parents' place. Smell that?
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. I don't know what to say. He's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
What vulgar company you keep, Marilyn.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Hey! You're supposed to be on my side! Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that.
Quietly. She hasn't changed a bit.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Damn right, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Let's talk outside. Captain, got a minute?
Oh, Captain. You see those fine...
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? I'll consider that a compliment. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." I'm not hurt. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation. I'd love to know how you'd describe getting kneecapped. But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. Wait a second. Let's look at this as an advance on my dying eventually. Besides, if anyone deserves to profit off, I could open a new account, designate. I'll make money without doing a thing. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to... If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find... some...
Oh, for the good old days when you can see.
Spacer's Choice Dehydrated
That
Water
episode from a
Tablets.
few weeks
Just
ago?
add air. Now available in carbonated.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Anti-clear, antibiotic.
If I spit, think I can hit that mechanical down there?
Will probably kill you quickly.
I won't. I'll blame it on you.
Wouldn't these something
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one would fit.
How would you know? You've never seen one.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. I swear, next time we put into ground. Oh. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweet. Nah, but it ain't nice to get. Of course. Mostly, yeah. He meant fun. When anyhow. What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it. Oh. I swear.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is... lucky to have you on... Aside. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Status report. 13 jobs.
All right. Oh, my hands are... Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged.
Okay, Captain. I'm near about vibrate. So she got here, and then she just sort of touched my arm. Then I led her into the kitchen. She stood stock still and just said, I told her how we got Mr. Raymond. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about when I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June. But I stopped her because I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And then she sneezed again. It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if... I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but... So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and